next question is the greatest number that will divide 76, 112, 172 and 184 so as to leave remainder 40 in each case is k square into 3, then find the value of k. This k square into 3 according to the question our HCF is k square into 3. HCF is equal to, according to the question we have HCF is equal to k square into 3. We need to find out the HCF. Therefore, our required answer is HCF of these 4 numbers. Before we find the HCF for these 4 numbers, we need to subtract 40 in each case because 40 is the remainder. Therefore, required answer is HCF of, we need to subtract 40 in each case. 76 minus 40, 112 minus 40, 172 minus 40, finally 184 minus 40. We need to subtract 40 in each case. 76 minus 40 we have 36, 72, 132, 140. We need to find the HCF for these 4 numbers. We have to write each number in exponential form. We have 36, 2, 18, 2, 9, 3, 3. Second one 72 we have 2, 36, 2, 18, 2, 9, 3, 3. 132 we have 2, 6, 2, 6, 2, 33, 3, 11, 11, 1. 144 we have 2, 72, 2, 36, 2, 18, 2, 9, 3. Okay. Each number we have expressed in exponential form. 36 is can be written as 2 square into 3 square. 72 is we have 2 raised to 3 into 3 square. Next we have 132 we have 2 square into 3 into 11. Last we have 144. Okay, 144 is equal to 2 how many times? 2 4 times 3 2 times. Okay, we need to find the HCF. HCF is actually we have to find the smallest product of the smallest power of each common prime factor. Product of the smallest power of each common. It should be common. Here in the common, which is the smallest we have in the smallest we have 2 square. Here smallest we have 3. Therefore HCF is equal to 12. But according to the question, HCF is equal to k square. We have HCF is equal to k square into 3. Then this is HCF. Therefore, k square into 3 is equal to 12 can be written 2 square into 3. Therefore, we know that k value is 2. Therefore, our correct answer is k is equal to 2. In our option, we can see answer 2. Therefore, our correct answer is option A 2. Okay, moving to the next question. We have LCM of 2 numbers is 10 times their HCF. Sum of HCF and LCM is 495. If one number is 90, then find the other number. I think we have to apply here algebra. We know that how LCM and HCF, how they are related. According to the question, we know that LCM is 10 times their HCF. So let us assume HCF is equal to, HCF is equal to X. According to the question, LCM will be 10 times the HCF. Therefore, LCM is equal to 10x. We know that sum of the HCF and LCM is given 495. We need to find the value of X first. Sum of the HCF and LCM is equal to 495. We need to add the HCF and LCM. We have the sum 495. Therefore, 11x is equal to 495. We need to find the value of x. Then we will be getting the HCF and the LCM value. Therefore, x is equal to 495 by 11. We have x is equal to 11 fours are 44 in 55 5 times. Therefore, we get the value of HCF. HCF is taken x. Therefore, the HCF is 45 and LCM we have 10 times x. LCM is equal to 10 times x means 45 into 10 we have 450. We know the formula HCF and LCM is always equal to product of the given two numbers. One number is given here. What is the one number? One number is already given that we have already one number 90. We know HCF into LCM is equal to product of the two numbers. Let us take one number is not there. Two numbers product is always equal to one number is not given, but other number we got 90. 90 is the one number already given. Other number let us assume x. The product of two numbers always equal to HCF into LCM. Therefore, x into 90 is equal to, we have HCF 450, LCM 45. Therefore, x is equal to 450 into 45 divided by 90. 45 can be cancelled here 2 times, 2 here 225 times. Therefore, the other required answer is 225. Our answer is 225. Therefore, the other number is 225. Here our answer is option B, 225. Okay, now moving to the next question. In a seminar, the number of participants in Urdu, Hindi and English are 45, 75 and 135 respectively. Find the number of rooms required to house them if in each room the same number of participants are to be accommodated and all of them must belong to the same language. Here we have Urdu students 45 students, another language Hindi we have 75 students, and English we have 135 students. All total how many students we have? Total we have 45 plus 75 plus 135. We will be getting 255. There are 255 students. They have to be accommodated and all of them must belong to the same language. Here question is how many rooms are needed. We need to find the number of rooms required. Find the number of rooms required. Before we find the number of rooms required, we should know in each room how many participants can be accommodated. Therefore, we need to find the number of participants. Each room is equal to number of participants in each room. We have to find the number of participants of each room is equal to HCF of 45, 75, 135. Before we find the how many rooms are required. How many rooms are required means first we have to find out in each room how many participants should be there. Therefore, we find the HCF of 45, 75, 135. We have 45. We're doing prime factors method. Write it as an exponential form. 75 we have 5 into 3 1. 135 we have 5 10 7 3 9 3. Okay, therefore 45 is equal to 3 square into 5. 75 we have 5 square into 3. 135 we have 5 3 times and 5 1 time. When we calculate we have to find the value of HCF. Actually HCF means number of participants in each room. Then only we can find how many rooms are required. Here we have the HCF is equal to product of the least common number, product of the least power in each common prime factor. Here which is the least one, we have 3. Here 5 square 5, which is the common least power. Therefore we understand that we get HCF 15. HCF 15 means we know that how many number of participants in each room, how much in each room we have to accommodate 15 participants. Now we can find out number of rooms required. Number of rooms required is equal to total divided by number of participants in each room. Number of participants in each room how much? 50. Therefore 255 is the total. 255 divided by 15, we will be getting answer 215 divided by 15, 1, 15, okay, 7, 5, 35, 105. Therefore, we need 17 rooms to accommodate all the 255 participants. Therefore, our correct answer is option C, 17. Okay, we will be moving to the next question. What is the greatest possible speed at which a man can walk 52 kilometer and 91 kilometer in an exact number of minutes? That means what is the speed of his walk? What is the speed of his walk so that he can cover these two distances in an exact number of minutes? Exact number of minutes means HCF. So that he can walk these two distances in an exact number of minutes. Here we have the concept of HCF. To find the speed of his walk, we need to find the HCF. HCF is equal to speed. We have to find the speed. Speed is equal to HCF of 52, 91. 52 we have 7. 52 is divisible by 2, 26, 2, 13, 1. Here we have 91. It is divisible by 7. 13 times. Okay. We have to find the product of the least common prime factor. 91 we have 7 into 13. We have both, we have expressed in exponential form. Now we are going to find the HCF. HCF is the product of the smallest power of each common. We have 13 is only one common number. Therefore 13 is the HCF. That means what is the speed of his walk? The speed of his walk is 13 meter per minute. 13 meter per minute. Therefore our correct answer is option C. Moving on to the next question. Find the smallest number which when increased by 17 is exactly divisible by 520 and 468. Here we have the concept of LCM. We have to find the LCM of 520 and 468. We can find the LCM by prime factor substitution method. Write it as a product of prime numbers 4 times 2, 52, 2, 26, 2, 13, 1. 468 we have 2, 3, 2, 4, 2, 1, 2, 17. It will be divisible by 3. 3 3s are 9. 27 we have 3 9s are. This is divisible by 3. 13 is the prime factor in both the numbers. We have therefore 520 is equal to, we will be expressing in the exponential form 5 into 2 3 times into 13. Here like this we have 468, we have 2 times 3 square into 13. We have to find the LCM. LCM is, we have to look the product of the greatest power. Product of the greatest power of all the prime factors. Product of the greatest power of each prime factor involved in it. In both the numbers, all the prime factors should be included. Therefore, 2 square 2 raised to 3, we have 2 raised to 3 is the greatest. 3 square, we cannot leave any number. We should be including all the numbers. Therefore, here we have 5 is 13 is a common. Again 5. We have to find the product 8 into 9 into 65. 72 into 65. 72 into 65. Okay, this is the LCM. But according to the question, we have find the smallest number which when increased by 17. That time only it is divisible by this. Now what we have to do? We have to subtract 17 from this term. That is the number when it is divided by 520 and it is divisible by 520 and 468. From this number we need to subtract 17. We get the answer 4663. Therefore, the smallest number which will increase by 17 is exactly divisible by 520 and 468 is 4663. Our correct option is D. Answer D is the correct option. Moving to the next question. find the number nearest to 1 lakh and greater than 1 lakh, which is exactly divisible by each of 8, 15 and 21. So we have to find the, first of all we have to find the LCM of this number, then this 1 lakh divided by that LCM, then let us see what will be the remainder. LCM of 8, 15, 21, 8 we have 2, 3 times, 15 we have 3 into 5, 21 we have 3 into 7. We have the LCM, we can find the product of the highest power involved in each prime factor. We have the highest power 2 raised to 3, 3 is there, 5, 7. Therefore, we have 8 into 3 into 5 into 7, 24 into 35, we get LCM is the 840. Now, our requirement is a number which will be greater than 1 lakh. Our requirement will be one number which will be greater than 1 lakh. But which is axially divisible by each of these number. Axially divisible by each of the number means, let us see the remainder. What is the remainder? That we have to compensate that remainder. Remainder should be subtracted. Now let us divide 1 lakh divided by 840. Zero, 6, 1, 0. Again one time. 0, 8, 0, 6, 7, 6. How many times will go here? 840 into 8, 840 into 9. Okay, we are getting 9 times. 9 into 840, 9, 0, 9 4s are 36. 1560. We have the remainder. Okay, that means our requirement is a number greater than 1 lakh. That means we will get that number by 1 lakh add 840, but we have to compensate the remainder. Remainder should be subtracted. Therefore, required number is equal to, we have to subtract 1 lakh minus 1 lakh plus 840. Then from that sum we have to subtract our remainder. Okay, therefore 1 lakh plus 840 we are getting 1,00840 minus 40. Therefore our answer is, okay, therefore 1,800,000. This is a number this number is, we know that more than 1 lakh, which is exactly divisible by 8, 15, 21. Therefore, our option is D. D is the right answer. Okay, our next question is the values of P and Q, so that the prime factorization of 2520 is expressible as 2 raised to 3 into 3 raised to P into Q into 7. With the prime factorization of 2520 is already given. Prime factorization of 2520 is already given. 2 raised to 3 into 3 raised to P into Q into 7. Now let us factorize and write this prime factorization exponential form. 2520 we will factorize 2 1, 2 2s are 4, into 2 6, 0, 2 6, 2 3 again 2, 2 3s are 6, 2 1 5. Now let us 2 3s are 6, 2 1s are 2. In 10 we have 2 5 times. Now let us take 3 as the factor. 3 1s are 3 0 5. Again 3 will be the factor. 3 3s are 9 15. We have 5 into 7. These are the factors. This 2520 can be expressed as an exponential form. We can write 2 how many times here? 2 3 times. We have 3 how many times? 3 2 times. Okay, 5 into 7. Now very easily we will get the answer on comparing both these factorization. On comparing both these factors, we know that P is equal to 2, Q is equal to, P is equal to 2, Q is equal to 5. Therefore, our answer is option B. Option B is the right answer. Okay, moving to the next question. We have find the least number which when divided by 16 leaves the remainder 6. When divided by 19 leaves the remainder 9. When divided by 21 leaves the remainder 11. Least number, we know that it's a concept of LCM. But we know that 16 minus 6, 10. 19 minus 9 also giving 10 answer. 21 minus 11 also giving 10 answer, because we have subtracted the remainder. But we know that our required answer is 10 less than the LCM. Therefore, our required answer is 10 less than the LCM. First we have to find the LCM. We have to find the LCM of 16, 19, 21. LCM of 16, 19, 21. 16 2 4 times. 19 is a prime number. 19 is prime. 21 3 into 7. Our LCM is equal to LCM is greatest power of all the prime factors involved. 2 raised to 4 into 19 into 3 into 7. We have 16 into 19 into 21. 16 into 19 into 21. We multiply 16 into 19. We have, okay, 304 into 21. Okay, we get 6384 is the 6384 is the LCM. Therefore, our required answer is 6384 minus 10. Therefore, 6374 is the right answer. Therefore, our answer is option D. Option D is the right answer. Okay. Next question we have, from the following, the rational number whose decimal expansion terminating is. We are given for rational numbers. We have to check which one is terminating decimal. Terminating decimals, we know that if a rational number is terminating decimal, the prime factorization of q are of the form 2 raised to m 5 raised to n. If any rational number is a terminating decimal, its prime factorization of q means, you know, the denominator. When we factorize this denominator number, it should be of the form either it must be the factors of 2 or it must be factors of 5. Here we have, what is q? 15. 15 when you factorize, we get the 3. Therefore, this is not a terminating decimal. Now second one, we have 160. We have to factorize only q. Q is 160. We know that 5 3 times 15, 10 5 2 16 2 8 2 4 2 2 2 1. This can be expressed as of this form: 2 raised to 5 raised to 1. I think this is a terminating decimal. 60. In 60 when you factorize, we will be getting 60 when you factorize, we will be getting 3 as a factor. Therefore, 3 should not be involved in the prime factorization of q. Therefore, this cannot be the terminating decimal. Even 35 when you factorize, we will be getting 5 and 7 as the factors. Therefore, this also not a terminating decimal. Therefore, our answer is option B. Option B is the right answer. To the next question, the decimal expansion of the rational number 14,587 divided by 1,250 will terminates after how many decimal places? As per the question, this is a terminating decimal. We are given already it is a terminating decimal, and we have to check after how many decimal place this will terminate, after how many decimal places. We have to find the prime factorization of 1,250. This is R of the form. Prime factorization of this is R of the form 2 raised to m and 5 raised to n. Okay, this prime factors must contain only 5 and 2 because this is a terminating decimal. We have 5 4 times, 2 1 time. Now we have to find the decimal expansion of this we have to find the decimal expansion of this decimal, this rational number. We can see that 5 appearing in 4 times, 2 also should come in 4 times. There are 5 4 times, 2 also must come in 4 times. Therefore, we should multiply 2 raised to 3, both numerator and denominator. 1 4 5 8 7 into 8 divided by 5 raised to 4 into 2 raised to 4. We have to multiply 1 4 5 8 7 into 8. Okay, we are getting 1 1 6 6 9 6 divided by we have here 2. They are a power of the same exponent. We can multiply the base. Therefore, we can see that 1 1 6 6 9 6 divided by, okay, as we have 4 zeros in the denominator, decimal places should be moved 4 places left side. Therefore, in our decimal expression we have 4 decimal places. Therefore, our correct answer is option D. Option D is the correct answer.